Alright guys, and focus on once again an important message of success. In this video I would like to share a lesson I learned from a very successful businessman, right? He's a businessman, I'm right now building my own business and I learn from successful businessmen. And even though the idea was about, how to kind of increase your productivity, in business, it can be applied, in success as well. And actually, like when I learned that idea, was like, oh my kitty cats. Okay. So the idea is optimize. Now design for optimized defaults. Now basically it means you take. It's like it's connected the same as I keep saying, saying more, not like teaching that much. You take charge of your mind. You can take charge of your environment when you set up in a way that based on how things are and work and based on your goal, you are moving towards and achieving. Okay, but now to this, like, what I'm saying, but he's saying that basically you do so in a way and until it becomes your default mode. You see, each of everyone of us have our default mode or habits or things we are used to do, like certain sites, certain apps, and so on and so forth, places certain to visit, or whatever. Now this, one time, this was a new territory, okay? And you, for whatever reasons, started doing them, you keep doing them, and it becomes your like default. It becomes like a norm for you. Now, based on that, it is the result of the result you get in life, based on the things you do kind of on a continuous basis, which you're not aware of that much. For example, like based on your environment you born and based on what your family eat, you learn it to eat those certain foods, let's say put in certain way, and you just learn at that, and even you grow up, you still or add some your own, or what's available in shop and so on, but you eat a little bit like by default, okay? Based on that, it will determine what ingredients and all the, basically the chemicals that come in your body, that will determine what your body will consume, and that will determine, based on how body works, what the effect you will get. And if you eat shit, you will feel shit, and so on. Like, but it is your default. You're not aware of that. It's known for you. Okay. Now, designing for optimal default would be that you take charge of power and control, and based on science, based on knowledge, you eat foods that are good in nutrition, good in vitamins, and proteins as well. But you eat foods based on what your body needs as function very well, and so on. You do it for a while, beginning, so it's a new territory, it's weird and so on, but you do for a while, right? And you start to get used to, until it becomes a new norm, a new way of living, new way of eating. Now, based on that, you'll experience different effect in your body. You will feel different. Your health will improve, and so on and so forth. You more energy. Your brains will work better. You'll be easier to remember stuff and learn, and so on and so forth. Like all these things, if you live by that default. But the question is, what is your default mode? Okay. Now he's saying design for optimal default, and basically means you based on the environment, you just as I said, I put the link down so you can learn from him as well. He actually give you a system how to do that process. But it's more like productivity, but like you can apply this in your success as well. You don't live just by default, man. You pause and you start to, based on your goal, start to set up your life and do things that are moving towards your goal and like more productive things, even and so on. And you do them until it becomes default. You don't need to use that much willpower at the beginning, yes. But as it becomes your default, your body will not, you will need to work. It's like your default. That's use it to do. Okay, it doesn't take effort. Okay, and that's the thing. It's actually a powerful idea. What is your default mode? What you would like your default mode to be? All right. I'll quickly say my experience about this. I use it to have a dream to go sleep 10 o'clock, and it was for years actually. And I very rarely went to go sleep early. I always, was either using PC after 10 o'clock or my phone or all kinds of bullshit. And I was used to do live like that. But I always wanted to go to sleep 10 or before 10 o'clock. Okay. Then with discipline, so I kind of, and I move in that direction, and also did all that part. Like success actually is a choice and a journey. You can't get one. You need to think. You need to do things, many things right to get that one thing right. Okay. And as I do many things, and my discipline improves, so on, I was able to go sleep 10 o'clock. Now I'm at that point. Well, it's for me, it's weird. It's uncomfortable. It's like even like I'm not. Yeah, like it's not. I'm not used to go later than 10 o'clock. Okay, I always go 10 or even sooner or a little bit, after 10 o'clock. And now that is my default mode. And because of that, I can wake up earlier. My brain's, my body's more, refreshed, and so on and so forth. Like a lot of benefits of that default mode, okay? So you see, you can program yourself, your life to any way of living, but you need to be more conscious and take power and charge, and do it in ways that those your default modes, your way of living, produce the results you want. Until it becomes there is very little resistance. It's your new norm. Okay. So yeah. Hope it helps. As always, to ultimate success.